Yeah. Welcome back to a Sitting with Ashley. I'm laughing because I already made the thumbnail for this video, but obviously haven't recorded it yet. So if you clicked on this because of the thumbnail, I appreciate I appreciate you. This is a what's your calling reading. So if you feel like an asteroid or comet or something and you would like to destroy some shit, stay. This is for the destroyers. We are gonna use this. We'll see what comes through, but you know what? Destroying is part of the rules of the revolution. So I don't know. Maybe we'll. Oh my god, my dumbass. I'm just. The other collective reading I was gonna do shadow cards, and I never did. But that reading went a totally different way, so. Anyway. We might pull some collective shadow work because these are for the destroyers. So part of this is destroying the systems that are in place right now. We all have to destroy our egos, right? We all have to go through ego deaths by incorporating our shadow work. If you've never been to a What You're Calling, this is probably not the first one to try unless you are resonating with this already. But this is really for, this whole series is about what we can do to step into our own power and like kind of, you know, it's like long-term revolutionary thinking, ways that we want to build the world that we want to live in versus participating blindly in the one that currently exists, right? So this series is all about stepping into your power, finding what it is you want to do. Time to decide. Make a decision based on your heart's truest desires. I just did a video also about protecting our paths and the heart's decisions, and you know, protecting that came through. So if you feel called, hang out with me over here and watch that. Practice, polish your skills by practicing regularly. I've been doing some work with swords, and I've been doing some training with my body. I've been practicing juggling some shit so I can, like, you know? Practice makes perfect, and if you don't practice, you're never going to be able to do what you want to do. But, like, fighting times are coming, destroyers. So, practice your fight. Practice boxing, whatever it is you need to do. I also just bought me and my son archery kits. He got a kid safe one. I got a real one. So... tax time is so fun. What are you buying? Maybe you want to think about buying weapons or other things used to destroy. Okay? You're on the right path. Again, path coming through. Go watch the Protecting Our Paths reading. Keep doing what you're doing because it's working. Alright? Go you. So as the old systems and old ways of being are destroyed, what do? We all need to step into our ways of being, the things we want to see, shit like that. Children, your life purpose involves helping, teaching, and healing children. Mine as well. For those of us that are destroyers of the system, one of the main things and motivators I have is the preying upon that this system is doing to children. The way that children are treated in our society is absolutely unacceptable to me. And it is one of my largest driving forces for revolutionary change personally. So if that's you as well, I'm thinking of the soup can guy right now. If there's other anarchists here, hi. If you're not an anarchist, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. Anarchy is less about violence and more about community. So chill out, okay? Anarchy is about building networks alongside and outside of this system that currently exists. Guess what else I got today? I got a megaphone. I don't have the right batteries for it, but I did get myself a fucking megaphone for these times. So maybe you are thinking about taking to the front lines, organizing, carrying out some protests. That is awesome, and also it's also very beneficial to be building networks. Okay, teaching, you inspire young people to learn. So coming through with the kiddos again. I usually, when that card comes out, I'm like, you know what, let's not just limit it to children, let's limit it to education altogether, because I think as long as we're alive, unless you're a boomer, that's kind of a joke, kind of not. People want to learn, right? Right. Energy healing. Your natural energy healing abilities are an important part of your life purpose. I'm getting the end scene of Breaking Dawn. You know what I'm talking about if you've seen Twilight, the Twilight series. That scene. What powers do you have within your own energy that you can use for this? Because a lot of this fight that we're fighting right now, a lot of what we're experiencing is spiritual warfare. So if you want to get acquainted with your energy healing abilities, I have a lot of stuff over here on my channel about that. I would recommend going to you could start with, it's kind of within the collective readings. Collective readings cover a lot. But all of that, I mean, the foundation of all of those is essentially coming into consciousness. That's what this channel is all about. So, if you want to understand, I've made a few videos. I think they are collective readings, or maybe they were, no, I'm pretty sure they were collective readings. Energy is everything. I made that video at least twice within a span of different years. So, if you want to understand energy, check that out. There's a lot of shit over here. Just have fun. The collective convos are like taboo topics, kind of normalizing humanity. The collective coffees are about, the collective convo is the taboo topics, and then collective coffees are like world events, and how we can fight back against them. I haven't really been doing those a lot because I'm trying to, at this point in time, not really feed into what's happening. If you want to learn or know about what's happening, I would say go to my Instagram, where I'm kind of just using that platform to share other people's stuff, just for networking sake, right? Because we organize locally and then we network globally. Author, you have a book inside of you that wishes to be expressed. Make the time to write it. I think there's also a lot of other ways to go about that in these times of book burning. If you feel like putting your story out in a different way, TikTok, YouTube, whatever it is that you would write about, you can do in other ways as well. I know I have a couple books inside of me, but I just don't have the capacity, so I'm here on YouTube. Let go, walk away from this situation in order to resolve it. Whatever is holding you back from stepping into your power, let it go. 2 more of these. I'm happy we got some different cards this time, because usually we always get the same fucking shit. These are for destroyers. Environmentalist, you are an earth angel who was born to protect, nurture, and teach about nature and the animals. I'm getting the Alt National Park Service right now. They are the official resistance of the national parks. It's a lot of staffers and rangers and stuff who are fighting back against this administration. I am talking specifically about the US, but hi, if you're from all over the world, you know it's a dumpster fire over here. Okay. Justice, your career brings fairness and protection to others who need your help. Okay, so once we destroy these systems, that's what part of the destruction is, seeking justice to ensure a future, right? Okay, now we're going to pull from the Sacred Rebels, then we'll get some energy and a couple shadow aspects. Probably end on a couple affirmations. Sounds like a long agenda. It won't be too bad. I'm just going to pull a few of these. Sacred Rebels. What wants to come through? I guess this is growing up. You don't have to sell out. You can, like, do what you want. This is the song Damn It by Blink-182 if you are not a lifelong Blink-182 fan, like me. Focus on the light. Yes, but if you want to go watch the Protecting Paths video, an important part of focusing on your light is integrating your darkness, okay? But you don't want to focus on the darkness outside of you to a space of detriment, right? So light can be used as like a life preserver, but love and light is not the only thing there is. Once we integrate our own darkness, then we are able to be more balanced, which is essential for this process, right? The system that we live in is unbalanced. So when we balance ourselves within that, that's super revolutionary. That's like countering the imbalance of the collective, okay? Tons of shit over here about that if you want to learn more. After the storm, I would say keep focusing on what you do see for the future and visions of how you can step into your own power to protect the planet, the children, the vulnerable, yourself, your family, whatever, your community. You are in the world, not of the world. This is something that I say all the time. This is really an embracing your divinity. We just finished a series called, we were going embodying divine feminine energy. We went through this whole deck, day by day or card by card. And so that is a complete playlist as well if you would like to work on embodying your own divine feminine energy. We all have masculine and feminine aspects within us. And I would say that in a system of global patriarch, mastering your femininity is the darkness. It's also like receiving energy. So we want to think about what it is we want to receive, the ways we want to feel, and also integrating that darkness, okay? Releasing allegiances. That was like 5 different words that I thought. I can't read. So releasing what no longer serves you is essential in this process. Check out Daily Decolonizing and Shadow Work for that. Also, speaking to children, if you have... We all have some healing to do on our own inner child. I have a playlist called Chasing Nostalgia, which is that stuff. If you would like, go over there if you need to do that. I think one thing about working with children is being in your own childlike innocence, for me at least. I think if we really do embrace children as the future, that includes the little one within us, that most adults are still projecting hurt onto others, and like adult conflict is mostly stemming from an unhealed inner child within us that never got or got the short end of the stick, whatever it was. We all went through shit when we were kids, okay? Imagination, embrace and nourish the creative aspect of my mind. This is kind of giving me this focus on the light energy too. Don't be afraid to use your imagination. I have like a bunch of Pinterest boards that hold like visions, because I visualize stuff a lot in my head. So seeing things and visualizing stuff helps me a lot. So I am a manifesting generator in human design. I don't know if you guys know anything about that, but because of that, I can pretty much manifest anything as long as I can see it. I can go about doing that. So if that's something that you resonate with, especially as we are imagining a new earth, imagining the future. I made a video, it was a collective reading, and it was something about technology and the future. And it was like the first time that I had ever really incorporated technology within my future visions, but it was something that I had seen done by AI, and it gave the vibe of like Wakanda, and the way that you can be one with nature and technology, and just understanding that the imbalance that we're experiencing right now is like technology as militarization, surveillance, right? Like we could be using technology in a lot cooler ways other than policing at large, right? Bombs, direct energy weapons. All of that technology could be harnessed into, much more beneficial means, right? So think about that too. If you have the brains behind shit like that, think about that. Think about also the ways that we could use technology and more renewable sources that don't have to include slave labor, as the green energy right now that these billionaires are using. It uses slave labor, obviously. And also, I just saw not too long ago that AI actually is like a really intense polluter. I guess that it requires a lot of source to generate. So again, thinking about new ways of being, especially as we are watching this systems and powers that be burn everything down to turn everything into smart cities, right? Okay. Change. I understand that nothing can grow or evolve without movement. Don't be afraid to change. Change is the only constant. I remember being introduced to that as an idea, and it absolutely pissed me off. I hated it. But it's true. So the sooner that you are able to change and shift and pivot, it's really just, it can be pivots. Remember that you are always one fucking decision away from an entirely different reality, okay? Surrender. I release my need to control. Alright. I will not, or Surrender is a Angels and Airwaves song. You can go check that out. And Perseverance. I know that I can do whatever I set my mind to. And let's get one more, and then we'll pull from the other decks. I'm going to try and cap it at 20. We'll see. Purpose. I know what I am here to do. This is the goal for these readings. Okay, so hopefully you leave here with that purpose in your head or in your heart. And remember that there's a lot of other things over here for you to explore this stuff with. Tons of readings. Okay, let's pull 3 shadow aspects. I don't want to overwhelm. I remember the look in your eyes when I told you that this was goodbye. Yellow card. What is this? Ocean Avenue? You're looking up at the same night sky. Projection. Seek the truth within before pointing fingers. Okay, focus on you. Alright. And this releasing allegiances can also speak to that as well. Just don't project on anyone. We've made videos about projection and reflection and shit. Most of the times, if you are projecting, it's something that you, within you, needs to be healed or acknowledged. Numbness. To feel pain is to be alive and human. So again, not in this world, but of it, right? Or not in the world, not of it. Oh, God. Fear. Face your darkness. It's the only way to find guiding light. Abso-fucking-lutely. Remember that we're not going to have any of that light without darkness. Integrating your shadow is essential. Don't be afraid. Just do the work. Alright. And, alright, we got 2 minutes left and we will get out of here. Just pulling a couple affirmations to up us a little bit. Bored to death, Blink-182. Opportunity. If you don't see the path in front of you, make one. Lone wolf. You seek your space, but are you alone or lonely? Accept the love you have now. Love yourself first. Yearning, wanting more. Only you can fill that void. You are enough. Nearly bored to death, fading fast. Dreaming. You spin your webs of faith, hoping to catch a break. Every action is met with a miracle, even if you don't see it. Again, speaking to that imagination, childlike wonder. Life is too short to last long. Advance, follow your dreams one step at a time. Little steps add up to big things. Just keep going. Yeah, this doesn't have to get all done in one night. Dark Night of the Soul does make it feel like it's a very short process. I've been in this spiritual awakening process for over 20 years. It's more of a lifestyle change than anything. Just like when you adopt other healthy lifestyle habits, a spiritual path is the same. It's a commitment to bettering yourself for also bettering the collective, right? Collective liberation. All right, have a good one.